Hello, Sarah V here. I have just returned from the first leg of my amazing book tour. If you haven't seen the 40 million pictures I have shared, go to my Facebook page. Just so many things are, shifting. I'm definitely receiving. I'm in the receiving mode, which we are going to talk about today. But a couple things before I get to my content of your Monday manifestation video. Just to remind you that if you ever want to experience a session with me on the portal of books.cervi.com, there is an application for a session with me. You can find it, kind of just ask some questions so we can kind of go right into, focusing on you. So there is that application on the books.cervi.com portal. Remember that you can also join my book club, I Wish I'd Known, every Sunday, because I am live streaming my Manifesting Circle. Oh my gosh, we had such an amazing session this morning, but every single morning, not every single morning, every Sunday morning at 9 a.m., I offer this free group. And oh my gosh, we had brand new people in there, just so much amazing, just some amazing shares, connection. So I encourage you to come in on Sunday mornings at 9 a.m. You can come in your pajamas. There's always one person that looks absolutely coiffed in the morning, but we normally come in just in as is. So that is available, and I try to offer that. And I was just thinking the other day that I have been coming in nonstop. I think I've missed 2 of those sessions, and but I have been offering this for over a year, which is awesome. You can also read my book, I Wish I'd Known, and again, it can be purchased at books.cervi.com, or you can go to Amazon. And I have just been, I've been receiving so many amazing comments, testimonials people have been putting on Amazon. And if you have read the book and you would be so kind, authors really, kind of live off of the reviews that they are receiving from Amazon. So if you would be so kind and go and put a review in there, I would greatly appreciate it. But today, your Monday manifesting video, I really want to talk to you about this idea of being in the energetic of a receiving mode. And that is something that I have really focused and worked on this past year, is making sure that the majority of my energy that I feel in my body is opening to receiving from the universe, or whatever your highest power is. Mine is universe, divine. Yours could be God, Jesus, whatever you relate to. It's kind of all the same thing, whatever we think of as is our highest power, that is perfect for us. And the key, one of the many keys to manifesting, is making sure that we are in the receiving mode as much as we possibly can every single day. And how do we do that? Receiving, it's like, maybe you're like, what is she talking about? So every experience that we experience in our life, any situation, is actually creating energy. And when we are, so full of thoughts and, we're feeling stress and anxiety, what happens is that we stop noticing, we stop feeling that in our body. And I have a practice that I've been doing now, I don't know, for weeks now, and it's a journal. And what I do is I just put noticing at the top. And anything that I'm noticing about myself, like, and it could be an emotion, it could be how I'm feeling, what thoughts I'm thinking. But the key is to constantly be noticing how you are feeling, because the energy, or what we're feeling, is actually an energy. What emotions we're connected to is an energy. And the more we notice when we've kind of dipped into closing to the universe, highest power, whatever that is for you, the faster we can open back up again. And I have actually practiced 11, but I would be talking here for, about 3 hours. So I just wanted to give you some of the some of the steps, or some of the energies that I notice all the time. And one of the biggest ones, I think, for me, is allowing myself to only do things in my life that bring me joy. Joy, when we're feeling the energy of joy, we actually are magnetic. The energy of joy is magnetic to the universe. And what I used to do in the past is I used to force myself to do more, to do things that I didn't want to do. And when we're forcing ourselves, your energy closes. We are not in that receiving mode. So the more you experience things in a joyful energy, the more we stay in receiving. And some of the things that bring me joy are, obviously helping people, being a mentor. I love that. I love speaking in front of people. I love talking about my book. I love being in celebration. I love being out in nature. So all these things that we do, and I don't know why my nose always itches every time I'm doing these videos. But the more we stay in joy, rather than forcing ourselves to do more, because why do we do that? Why do we think we have to force ourselves to do more? Usually there is a story that is, behind the reason why we feel like we have to do more, and why we have to force ourselves, to do one more thing. So that's the first one. Making sure that you stay in the energy of joy. Why do we force ourselves to do things that we don't want to do? So that's the first one. And the second one is, noticing, again, it is all about energy, when we are aligned with ourselves versus when we are in misalignment. When you are in aligned, we are in receiving mode. And of course, when you are misaligned, you are not in receiving mode. And what does that mean? Like, can you notice the difference between when you feel like, oh, yes, this just feels so good. And, I was just doing a book signing in California. I don't even know what day it is or time now that we're in the falling back. But when I was out in California, doing my book signing at the Conrad Hotel, I was in incredible alignment. I absolutely love to stand in front of people and, and offer my knowledge about my book, talking with other people, being an inspiration, showing people that, the alignment in myself is also available for every single person. So learning to notice when you're in alignment and when you are misaligned, is a really, really powerful noticing that you can do. This is another one which I really love, is feeling at ease or versus being in struggle. And, don't you notice when you feel like everything is just really easy, you know, when it's just easy. And I noticed this, you know, since I've been traveling so much, and I used to struggle with travel because I would always get so stressed out, like, oh my God, I'm going to miss the flight, or, you know, that I didn't like my seat. I just struggled. Like, I was afraid that, oh my God, you know, when I get to the other side, get to where I was going, you know, somebody wasn't going to be there to pick me up. And the ease that I feel in my life now is actually kind of radiating out into the experiences that I'm having in my life. Everything is so easy. It just, because there's always a solution to something that we are viewing as a struggle. Here's another example, is that when I was traveling, I don't know, I was trying to like rush from one hotel to get to my hotel that was, you know, in Los Angeles. I was going from Pasadena to Los Angeles, and I left my computer in my room. I don't know why, I don't know how, but I did. And I remember discovering that when I was in LA, I was leaving the next morning. And instead of being in that struggle of stress, like, oh my God, what am I going to do? And oh, and I couldn't sleep. But I did. I just calm myself down, and I'm like, I know that there is a solution for this. And long story short, I made it easy, and I went back to the hotel. I picked it up. They did have it. I then had to drive back to, you know, in traffic, back to the airport, and it just was easy. I did not get into the panic of making it, you know, making the situation a struggle. I always know that there is a really, really good solution to something that, you know, is out of whack. I didn't beat myself up. I didn't say, oh my God, why are you so stupid? Why do you do? It was just because I'm human, and that's what happens. So ease and struggle, knowing the difference, feeling the difference when you are either in ease or in struggle, because the struggle is connected to emotions that cause that stress or anxiety inside of us. When we're in ease, we are in flow, we are connected, and we are aligned with ourselves. So ease and struggle. And then the final one that I'm going to share with you is the idea of either feeling good or feeling bad. You know, feeling good is what is attracting you to what you want. Feeling bad is attracting you to what you don't want. And again, the negative emotion comes up in, you know, many forms when we don't want something. And it's the same thing with joy. You know, negative emotions come in many forms. Just, you know, just to name a few, when we are feeling bad, we are connected to frustration, pessimism, disappointment, worry, blame, you know, all those. And when we are noticing that we are feeling bad, it is connected to an emotion. And usually the emotion has the story that we've been telling ourselves over and over again. So remember that one of the most important things about manifesting is like attracts like. So if you are closed, you cannot manifest what you want. When you are completely in the receiving mode and opening, and am I in it? I actually say that I am in it 95%, but then there's times that I find myself defaulting and going back, but into those old limited beliefs. But what I'm doing now is I'm immediately switching, whether I just sit there and be present and just think about a beautiful situation or someone that I really love, to create a completely different emotion in my body. Because the more we are in joy, the more we are happy, the more we feel good, and we know the difference, the more you become open to the universe. Now, I do have, let's see, how many more do I have? I have about 8 more. So if you would like to know all my other ones so that you can start really being in tune and noticing when you're closing. Just reply to this email and say, what can we say? We can say more. How about that? Woo. And then I will share those with you as well, because it's really, really important that we are in this place of opening, of receiving, of being connected to our highest power, to the universe, because every single one of us has the ability to attract whatever it is. My attraction right now is to really, to 100x my visibility, being open, being out there, being really confident in my message, being on stages, opening to, I've been being interviewed on television programs. This is what I want, and this is what I'm opening to right now. So I hope that is helpful. And if I can answer any questions, please just reply to this email. But and tell me what resonated. I would love to know, is this helpful when you are trying to manifest? And I also want you just to quickly to remember, manifesting can be different for every single person. Manifesting, you may want just more peace in your life. Maybe you want the love of your life to start showing up. But remember, we have to be it in order for us to attract it. So if you are love, you will attract it. If you are feeling just abundant in every cell of your body, you will attract it. So I hope that's helpful. And I wish you a beautiful day and week. And I will see you here on the video next Monday. And remember, you get your email on every Friday. Okay, so take care.